Hi, it's Whitney Self with Exit Self Property Advisors. So we got a question from a seller that said, should I renovate my house before I put it on the market? So we're going to dive in today on should you renovate your house before listing it. I'm just going to tell you it's a case-by-case scenario. So when I go into a listing appointment, I'm looking at the condition of the home. And there may be some times when I say, hey, it would be very beneficial for us to paint the walls, fix this flooring, get a new roof, pressure wash your house, like just different things to help the overall view of your home that will help it sell. When renovations add value, there are times when doing small renovations to your house can add value when you get ready to sell it. Some things are going to be updating to granite or quartz countertops. If you have a lot of different colors paint, like each room is a different color, or maybe it's a very outdated color, it may be very beneficial for you to go in and repaint the house all one color. There may be times that you have vinyl or old flooring and it may do very well to go in and upgrade that flooring. So again, your agent, when they're walking through the house, should be able to pinpoint those things for you and give you the scenarios as to what could you sell it as is versus if I did these renovations, what would that bring me on the value? So next up is when to skip it and sell as is. The only time that really makes sense is either we're going to price it just right so that even if the value as is justifies the condition that it's in and you don't feel like you're going to be hit with another price reduction or somebody coming in and offering you significantly low. The reason that I say skip it and sell as is location of your house. So if you're in a very prime location that everybody really wants to be in, sometimes it doesn't make sense for you to go in and put that additional money into it because it's not going to matter. There's so many buyers in that market that regardless if you sold it as is or you did a little bit of the upgrade, it's going to get sold. So that's the only time I would really say if we're in a prime location, just skip it and sell as is. Now we're going to go into cost versus ROI examples. So I have a personal example. I had a listing in Alpharetta that I got from a referral. And when I walked in the house, I immediately noticed a lot of spots on the ceiling. And I asked the homeowner, when has the roof last been replaced? And he at the time did not know. He inherited this home from his parents, and so he really didn't know. And I said, well, I can tell you it's an old roof. If it rains a lot, you're having some leaks that come in, and so we need to get that addressed. The flooring looked a little rough. There was literally every color paint on the wall that you could think. Some of the cabinets were messed up, and so I gave him the suggestion. I said, let me get my partners out here and let's get you a quote on completely painting all of this property. We're gonna go with an off-white. Every room is the same color. They painted the ceiling, they painted the trim. We got our roofer out there. He put a brand new roof on it. So the house as is, if I would have just put that house on the market as is, it probably would have sold for $375,000. We replaced the roof. We had a brand new roof. We went in and painted everything, made it look fresh, did a really good deep clean on it, fixed the cabinets. So we ended up listing that house for $425,000 and we sold it for $455,000. The new roof cost $9,000. The paint cost $6,500. He had some siding work that was about $1,500. So for $17,000, if we would have just sold it as is at $375,000 versus him getting $455,000, huge return on investment for the $17,000 that he put in it. Again, please rely on your agent to give you the tips and tools and tricks. Also, we have really great partners that we work with. So if you do need help selling your house and you feel like there are some repairs that need to be done, please reach out to one of us and we'd love to be of a resource for you for that as well. Here are some quick wins. Some of the things you can do as just like a really quick win, you're getting ready to put your house on the market. Fresh paint is gonna look better in your photos. It's also gonna show well. Curb appeal, so landscaping, put lighting out there, plant new bushes, plant some flowers, update your mulch, and as well as your lighting. So a lot of times you don't realize that you're missing lighting in your house because you're just there all the time, right? But when your real estate agent walks through and they're like, hey, you've got 3 bulbs missing in your lights in your ceiling, we need to get those changed out before we ever list your house, it's going to help. So all of your lighting, updating to an LED lighting instead of that yellow tone, it's always going to make your house stand out in the pictures as well as when people are walking through it. Here's some tips and tricks for should I renovate my house before we sell it. If you have any questions, reach out to me, Whittney Sell, 770-597-2888. Thank you.